Good evening, viewers. You're watching India Today. I'm Preeti Chaudhary. An unforgivable security lapse where our parliament was concerned, bringing back memories of what happened in 2002 on the same date, 13th December. Our top focus, we're going to get you the latest on that. But first up, let me take you through the headlines. India Today accesses first images of the two intruders inside Lok Sabha. One accused identified as 27-year-old Sagar Sharma. Second accused is 34-year-old Manoranjan from Mysuru. 6 in all. Two protesters who set off smoke canisters outside Parliament identified as Amol and Neelam. 6 accused planned Parliament breach, all detained. Politics speaks over Parliament breach. Congress demands Amit Shah's statement. TMC calls for BJP MP Pratap Simha's expulsion. BJP MP had issued visitors' passes to intruder Sagar. Mohan Yadav and Vishnu Dev Sai officially take charge as the Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh Chief Minister respectively. Prime Minister Modi leads BJP show of strength in the Hindi heartland. Eleven-year-old girl dies after long wait in Kerala Sabrimala temple queue. BJP protests against poor crowd management. Chief Minister Vijayan claims situation under control. Big breakthrough in Mahadev betting scam. Ravi Uppal and app promoter and key accused nabbed in Dubai. Enforcement watchdog begins deportation process. All right, the latest news break coming in at the back of the massive Parliament security breach. Security norms have now been upgraded. A full Parliament security to be reviewed is what we've been given to understand. Full body scanners to be placed at entry points. Multiple entry gates now to be set up. Visitor passes for former MPs and MPs' PAs have now been cancelled. These are immediate protocol that is going to be followed, but what we have been given to understand that a full Parliament security review will now be conducted and many more changes will be in the offing. These are just the current immediate changes that have been put in place. I want to cut across to my colleague Milan Sharma, who's joining us live from Parliament Street Police Station. Milan, what can you get us get us up to speed with the latest changes that have been announced? Many asking in terms of body scanners. Were there no full body scanners in Parliament till now?
Well, Preeti, there are metal detectors and there is a layer of security that one has to pass through to enter to the main gate of the Parliament. And of course, we all know that without a pass that is sanctioned by the Member of Parliament, nobody can enter this particular building. And with the new Parliament in place and major levels of security apparatus in place already, there are questions that are being asked as to how these people could conceal a coloured gas canister like that and take them along. And even while frisking is done by both women security personnel as well as male security personnel, now there's going to be a full-scale security review as to what went wrong inside. When we talk about the incident that happened outside, yes, there have been many attempts at protests or any sort of sloganeering that happens outside the Parliament. It is not unnatural, but something inside is a major security lapse to which, of course, the Parliament security as well as the police will have to answer. I'm at Parliamentary Street Police Station and the two accused who were, caught from outside, Neelam and Amol, have been taken into custody of the police over here and they are being interrogated. We have been told that, of course, the visitor gallery from where Sagar Sharma jumped onto the benches of the Lok Sabha there has been kept in the security area of the Parliament only, but the Intelligence Bureau officials as well as the Special Cell of Delhi Police along with the Delhi Police, Parliament Street, DCP, etc. are all into questioning and doing their investigations. We've also been told, Preeti, that there were 6 people. It was a pre-planned
Milan, would you take us through 6 people, pre-planned? Initial reports suggest that this was not, there's no terror angle to it, but clearly a massive breach of security. But are we getting any closer to understanding what led to these 6 people, to some of them outside, the others inside, to breach Parliament security? Do we have any reason in place as of now where these 6 people are concerned? Why did they do this?
Well, absolutely, Preeti, that's a very pertinent question because we're looking at their profiles right now. Neelam happens to be a farmer's daughter. She hails from Haryana. She's an educated class woman, okay? And we're also looking at Amol Shinde, who's also, educated. There were 2 more people. Sagar Sharma, of course, from his profile, we found out that he belongs to Lucknow. He's 12th pass. But the other, the 4th person, Manoranjan, he happens to be a computer engineer. So it's not like they are not educated and, there was a terror angle involved. That is something that the police sources have made very clear. There was sort of sloganeering that was heard from their side as well, Tanashahi nahi chalegi, etc. But, the main motive of all these people coming together and doing this on, actually the anniversary of the Parliament attack is very, very crucial to understand what was the kind of message that they were trying to send from inside the Parliament is also a big question that the police is currently investigating. We did hear Neelam say that she doesn't belong to any organization, she doesn't belong to any political party as such. She said it on record, and that is what begets the question that why did these 6 people, 2 of them who were staying in Gurugram in one of the apartments, and they all came from different states. One of them is from Haryana, as I mentioned, Neelam. Amol Shinde is from Maharashtra. One is from Mysuru. Sagar Sharma from Lucknow. So who are these people? Why did they come together and do this? This is all part of the investigation, and the motives behind their actions are being ascertained at the moment. Preeti, it's a very big question.
Just stay on with me. Milan, just stay on with me. I'm going to come right back. Also now, matter of investigation on who signed off on the parliamentary passes. Milan, a quick question there. A BJP MP, Mr. Simha, is the one who signed off, at least given to understand, on one of the parliament passes for those who were inside the visitors' gallery. But is he the same person who's a signatory on all 6?
Well, Preeti, this is also the part of investigation because one of the passes that we have, access clearly show that the Mysuru BJP MP Pratap Simha's name has been written on the pass, and of course that was issued to Sagar, who was inside the parliament with the concealed, canister of, colored gas that he had carried along. It so happens that sometimes, these passes are also ascertained by the PA and the staff of, the member of parliament, and of course that clarification has already been given by the member of parliament in question to the speaker of Lok Sabha there in a clarification. That statement has already been given by him. We are yet to ascertain whether he was aware of the kind of motives of these people, because generally in a visitors gallery there are people who go to their respective MPs of the constituencies and they do request that they want to witness, go inside and witness the parliamentary proceedings. Of course, it's all done in a orderly protocoled fashion, but how were they allowed to take such things inside? We've also been told that there were no cell phones on these people. So how were they coordinating? 2 of them outside and immediately, 2 of them inside. These are all the questions that are currently part of the investigation right now.
Just stay on with me, Milan. I just want to bring in Gaurav Sawant as well into this conversation. Gaurav, bringing back memories of 2001, the same day, 13th December. It's come a full circle. This time, fortunately, not what we saw in 2001, but the sheer fact that the parliament remains equally vulnerable.
It's extremely disappointing, especially for those, who've seen what happened in 2001 and reported on it. So much money has been spent on strengthening parliament security. There's a new parliament building, but clearly that security culture found wanting once again. At a time when there was a heightened alert, there was a terror alert because it's the anniversary or the 22nd anniversary of the parliament attack, but also because a Khalistani terrorist sitting in the United States of America, Gurpatwan Singh Pannu, had issued a threat that the parliament would be targeted, while in fine print they may say, through ballot and not bullet. But the actions that we've seen on ground very clearly indicate, despite that threat, despite everything, an intelligence alert being issued, clearly no action or little action taken on ground, that such elements were able to breach parliament security. and carry that canister and dump it on the floor of the House, and lives of our members of parliament. And we spoke to several MPs who said that their lives were at stake. They thought that they were staring at a certain death at a time when these miscreants were pulling off that canister, and that foul smell and those fumes came out of that canister. So all of this indicates that parliament security, while big money may have been spent, while a lot of equipment may have been put in, all of that was found wanting because of lack of security culture on ground, especially at a time when you should actually be outthinking what miscreants could be doing at a time like this. So while the Speaker in Lok Sabha has ordered an overall security review, the opposition is up in arms when it comes to a massive security breach in Parliament security, Preeti.
Gaurav, till now, we don't know what the motive of these 6 individuals are. While there was a Khalistani threat, but there is no link right now that has been established at all. Any indications coming in from your sources on what is it that brought, what looks like a motley crew together? Because it's not a terror threat that's been established, a massive security breach, but what led to it?
So, one, it's hugely embarrassing for the government. Two, this is a very well coordinated attempt or effort that went into it. All the individuals coming together, all the individuals' information is that they stayed at a particular location in Gurugram, got all the equipment together. These canisters were put together, then split into 2 groups. One group did not even carry a mobile phone because they didn't want the mobile phone to give away their location or give away their movement. So this also indicates planning. The fact that both the canisters were very similar, the one that went off inside Parliament and outside Parliament. The 4 had met, the 4 knew each other. All of this, of course, very preliminary information just as yet. But there is also some information coming in that one of the protesters, and this is of course subject to verification, had participated in certain agitations in the past, was a part of some agitations that had taken place. There are some leaders of that agitation who are now demanding the release of this particular individual. All of that is subject to verification and subject to more details being put out in public domain. So was this just to embarrass the government? Was this just to show a breach in security? Or is there something much bigger? All of that, we will have more clarity in perhaps the hours and days ahead.
Well, you're right there, Gaurav. At least one thing is understood, that this was a coordinated security breach. There might not be any terror angle to it, but what led to this coordination, who was behind it, what is the reason? We're going to continue to cut across to Gaurav Sawant as well as Milan, my colleague, getting us the very latest. Meanwhile, I just want to take you through on what happened, viewers. A big security breach in Lok Sabha on the anniversary of the 2001 Parliament attack. 2 accused, Sagar and Manoranjan, jumped into the well of the House and threw smoke canisters while proceedings were on.
Vaulting from table to table after leaping down from the visitor gallery, shouting slogans and releasing coloured gas. A security scare inside the Lok Sabha on the 22nd anniversary of the terror attack on the old Parliament building. The breach occurred in the Parliament building inaugurated just 7 months ago. The intruders, armed with smoke canisters, made their way to the visitor gallery. They were subdued by MPs and on-duty staff. One identified as Sagar Sharma, who possessed a visitor pass issued in the name of the BJP MP from Mysuru, Pratap Simha. The other, a 35-year-old Mysuru engineer, Manoranjan D. India Today traced down Manoranjan's family.
ನನ್ನ ಮಗ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯವನು ಪ್ರಾಮಾಣಿಕ ಸತ್ಯ ಒಂದು ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇವೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನಾನು ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ತ್ಯಾಗ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅವನು ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ವಿವೇಕಾನಂದನ ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳು ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ ಈ ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳು ಓದೇ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಈ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತು ಅನ್ನೋದು ನನಗೆ.
When state security labs drew several criticism from the lawmakers.
हम जो सावधानी जो बरतना चाहिए था वो सावधानी हम नहीं बरतते। हमारे जो पार्लियामेंट की जो सिक्योरिटी है सर, अपने जो सिक्योरिटी जो निहत्ते वो पुराने सदन को बचाने में सफल हुई थी, वो निहत्थे हमारे लोग आज कमी दिखाई दे रहे हैं।
Okay. On this day it's happening. It's very, very unfortunate that Indian Parliament has been attacked again. But two people jumped into the well with canisters in their hand, which emitted a yellow smoke.
देखिए, जब ना पासवर्ड के लिए कोई रूल है, ना पास के लिए कोई रूल है, पासवर्ड पे एमपी एक्सपेल हो गए, अब पास पे कहीं एमपी एक्सपेल ना हो जाए, मुझे इसकी फिक्र है।
The two intruders taken into custody and being questioned by multiple security agencies. But questions arise about the loopholes that allowed such an intrusion into the parliament. Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, meanwhile, Parliament breach politics is peaking. Understandably, the opposition is now going to come together to corner the centre on what has been an unforgivable compromise of parliamentary security. India allies all are meeting tomorrow in Parliament at 10 a.m. The Congress and the India Alliance partners, the TMC, the Aam Aadmi Party, the DMK and JDU, RJD, all of these parties, NCP, coming together demanding a statement from the Home Minister Amit Shah. Trinamool Congress has demanded BJP MP Pratap Simha's expulsion. There has been a tweet by the TMC handle suggesting if Mahua Moitra can be expelled from Parliament at the back of breaching Parliament security, this is much bigger. Pratap Simha needs to be expelled at the earliest. On the other hand, there is a meeting at 10 a.m. tomorrow in the party president of the Congress, Mr. Kharge's room in Parliament, to decide a strategy on how to take on a government and press further for a statement on what went wrong today. Meanwhile, we showed you what happened inside Parliament. Now let's tell you what's happened outside Parliament. The Lok Sabha witnessed shocking scenes. All of this on the anniversary of 2001 Parliament attack. While two people lobbed colour canisters inside the House, two others protested outside, setting off similar colour bombs. Take a look.
Two incidents that took place around the same time Wednesday have exposed the new Parliament House's security. While two people lobbed colour canisters inside the Lok Sabha, two others protested outside, setting off similar colour bombs and shouting slogans.
संसद भवन के ठीक बाहर इस वक्त नारेबाजी, दो लोग हैं, एक महिला है और एक पुरुष। ये अचानक से आते हैं संसद भवन के ठीक बाहर और कलर वाले जो पटाखे होते हैं उनको फोड़ने के बाद अचानक से नारेबाजी शुरू करते हैं।
जो हम पे ये अत्याचार हो रहे हैं, हम अपनी हकों की जो बात करते हैं, लाठीचार्ज करके हमको अंदर डाला किया जाता है, तो हमारे पास कोई माध्यम नहीं था।
डायरेक्ट वजह है, कोई वजह है, किसी संगठन से हैं आप?
नहीं, हम किसी संगठन से नहीं है, आम जनता है, स्टूडेंट है, हम छोटे भी।
The man and woman were detained by the police outside the Transport Bhavan near Parliament.
आप देखिए कि जो कलर स्मोक है उसका इस्तेमाल जिसका किया गया था, ये कलर स्मोक है और इसका इस्तेमाल करने के बाद आपको बता दें कि यहाँ पर काफी धुआं हो गया था। कई कलर के यहाँ पर धुएं का इस्तेमाल किया गया और आप तस्वीरों में देखिए सईद कि जो ट्रांसपोर्ट भवन के बाहर लोग मौजूद थे, दो लोग, एक महिला जिसका नाम नीलम था जो कि महाराष्ट्र से आई थी और जो दूसरा व्यक्ति था वो व्यक्ति जो है उसने इस कलर स्मोक का इस्तेमाल किया और स्मोक का इस्तेमाल करने के बाद यहां पर पूरी तरीके से अफरा तफरी मच गई।
The two accused have been identified as 42-year-old Neelam from Hisar in Haryana and 25-year-old Amol Shinde from Latur in Maharashtra. The shocking security breach comes on the anniversary of the 2001 Parliament attack and only a few days after Khalistani terrorist Gurpatwant Singh Pannu had issued a threat to attack India's Parliament. The incidents today took place a few hours after members of Parliament had paid their homage to security personnel who had sacrificed their lives on that fateful day in 2001. With Amit Bhardwaj and Jitendra Bahadur at Parliament in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.